In my recent videos, I talked about warm heart, cool heart. Warm heart being self-acceptance and compassion, cool heart being just a thought. And matching this to the inhale and the exhale, or to the exhale and the inhale. Now I'm going to talk about a similar practice. The exercise that builds on cold heart, warm heart is called Thank You, Gratitude, Next. And you can use two visualizations, alternating one between the other. For the first, you can picture a line with one person shaking hands of everyone who comes up to him, or two lines where the people in the front shake hands. The idea is that you're not shaking hands with an actual person, you're shaking hands with the moment. You're called to greet this moment, and you're open to being confused about what this moment is. If you already think you know what this moment is, or you think you shouldn't be confused with this moment, then you're really not going to say thank you, and you're not going to have gratitude for meeting that person. And then you're going to be immediately going to the next moment, the next person. Person is a metaphor for the moment. So, thank you, gratitude, next. Next. Thank you. Full of gratitude. Next. That's whatever thought arises, the moment itself. You're seeing a thought come, you're saying it's just a thought, but you're full of gratitude and compassion for it. If you just go to thank you next, or thank you, I'm full of gratitude next, without doing the warm heart, cold heart, it probably is not going to work, because it's going to be spiritual bypass or suppression. You're not going to know why you're saying thank you. You're not going to want to say thank you. So the thank you is not really about gratitude. I mean, it's nice if you can do it. You're saying I'm grateful. But really what it's about is gratitude and thanks for the opportunity to show up for whatever's arising with compassion, self-acceptance, and saying just a thought, non-attachment. It's not gratitude like, oh, now I'm going to feel good about myself, or now I have some particular emotion or identity or image. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Full of gratitude. Next. And you just hold each moment, let it go. And you can match this to call, trial, return, and Bardo. At the call, spring, thank you. At the trial, instead of aggression, attachment, attitude, agenda, aggression, it's gratitude. Thank you. Call. Gratitude. Trial. And for the return, instead of judging and grasping, it's next. And then you go into the Bardo, you don't know that. That's pure yin, that's behind the house, behind the... Back to the female, it's pure yin, it's receptivity, it's beyond space and time. And then you're back to the next thank you again. Thank you. Gratitude. Next. And so you can picture your eyes moving around clockwise around the circle. If you move counterclockwise, then it has a lot of different meanings, but one of the meanings can be that you're going into the past. But here we are moving into the future. This moment, thank you. Gratitude. And that gratitude is just to ease away from aggression, attachment, agendas. Thank you. Gratitude. Next. Thank you. Gratitude. Next. Thank you. Gratitude. Next. And you can picture yourself shaking hands at each moment. Or you can picture moving around the circle of call, trial, return, Bardo. Thank you. Gratitude. Next. It's like a mantra. But you're not trying to block out thoughts. When they come, you're using cool heart, warm heart on them. Just a thought, compassion, self-acceptance. Thank you. Gratitude. Next. Thank you. gratitude, next. And you can switch between the circle moving clockwise for call, trial, return, Vardo, and the shaking hands vigorously. One in one cycle, one in the next. Thank you, gratitude, next. Thank you, gratitude, next. Thank you, gratitude, next. Thank you, gratitude, next. With call, trial, return, Vardo, you're moving in a circle, and with the image of shaking hands, you're moving in a line. So you can look at time as a line or time as a circle. Paradoxically, it's both and neither. By switching between the two images, your mind is less likely to wander into predictions and plans and seeking control and judgments. Thank you, gratitude, next. 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 Something you fail to do, something that's coming that's going to remove happiness, all about image and time, how to get the love you didn't get as a child. You just say thank you, gratitude, next. Or you go back to cool heart, warm heart. Cool heart being just a thought, warm heart being self-acceptance, compassion. Thank you, gratitude, next. Thank you, gratitude, next. Thank you, gratitude, next. And when you're looking at the line, the procession, the shaking hands, for gratitude, you're looking deep into the eyes of the imaginary person you're greeting. That person is just the moment, or the thought that's arising, or the image. You're grateful that they're coming, even though you have no reason to be grateful, especially if that thought is trying to move you out of the present moment, trying to move you out of peace, trying to tell you there's some condition for happiness, trying to make up for love you didn't get as a child. But you're grateful for it because you've got warm heart and cool heart. The obstacle is the way, as Aurelius said. So the image or the thought about what should be or what shouldn't be or what could be, or what you should have done, or how great you are, how terrible you are, you're grateful to it because it's the obstacle, because it's the way. It's the way to cool heart, warm heart. If nothing arises, cool heart, warm heart are a little bit harder to realize, because what are you saying just a thought to unless there's a thought, or just an image unless there's an image, or what are you feeling self-acceptance and compassion for unless there's something that's arising that is lacking self-acceptance or making acceptance reliant upon conditions. Thank you, gratitude, next. 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 So if no thoughts and images come, fine, you just keep doing it. And if a thought or image comes, then you have an object, an obstacle, the way, but it's applied to it. But it doesn't matter. You're not in control of that. It's none of your business what comes up. You're just saying, thank you, gratitude, next. Or you're going back to warm heart, cool heart. Warm heart being self-acceptance, compassion. Cool heart being just a thought or just an image. A dream that you had the prior night may come up. A plan for the day may come up. An image of you in the future, positive or negative, may come up. An image of you in the past may come up. Doesn't matter. You just keep saying, thank you, gratitude, next. Thank you, gratitude, next. Thank you, gratitude, next. Thank you, gratitude, next. Namaste.